Hello and welcome back to the Deeper Than Eczema YouTube channel. My name is Trudy and I'm going to be talking about how to prepare for winter when you got eczema. This video is part 2. If you've not watched part 1, the link for that is in the description below, and in that video I covered topics such as clothing that we need to wear. I also spoke about fabrics. I also spoke about heating in the home. So moving on to part 2. So how else can we prepare for winter to avoid having eczema and skin flare-ups and irritation? So the first one, which is a bit of a frustrating one because a lot of us like to do this, it's relaxating in the bath. So we set a bath, we relax, we reflect, we think about our day, etc. But unfortunately, if the bath is too hot or we stay in it for long periods of times, this actually isn't good if you've got eczema. So it's about finding that balance. So instead of a hot bath and lying in it for hours, have a lukewarm bath. Lie in it for a certain period of time, which is not too long, to the point where it irritates the skin. And the reason why it's good not to have hot baths is because hot baths can actually strip away natural oils on our skin. So if you have eczema, it will just make it even more dry. The second point I'm going to speak about is when we come out of the bath or shower, is to moisturize with a moisturizer or an ointment ASAP, so immediately. And if we don't completely dry our skin with a towel, but if we damp it, basically pat dry, and when we pat dry the skin is still a bit damp. If we do that, applying a moisturizer onto damp skin actually locks in the moisture. So when the moisture is locked in, it means that our skin will stay more moisturized and supple for longer. So that's the second preparation tip we can do for winter. And then the third one, obviously, as I was just talking about, keeping our skin hydrated. So it's a matter of finding out what works best for you, because we're all different in terms of moisturizers and in terms of ointments as well. And I've got a video about creams and ointments, etc. So I'll put that into the description below so you can refer to those videos to get more of an idea on those. And then the next obvious one, which should apply all year round, not just for winter, is stay hydrated. So staying hydrated means drinking lots and lots of water. They say probably about 1.5 litres a day. It could be more, it could be slightly less, depending on your age and also your body frame. But staying hydrated with water will also help not only our bodies, but also our skin in the long run. And then the next one I want to speak about is cleansers. So when we use cleansers on our skin, particularly on our face, being mindful on the type of cleanser is also important, and making sure that it's one for sensitive skin and that it doesn't have any fragrances, etc., because that can irritate our skin, especially if it's sensitive and especially if it's got eczema on your face. So for example, I use simple wipes when it comes to wiping the face and cleansing the skin, etc. I find those really gentle, have no issues with them whatsoever. You may use another brand which works different for you, absolutely great. So it's about finding out again, what cleansers and what wipes suit you and your skin as well. And as we approach the colder months, I spoke in my previous video about gloves and how the coldness can affect our hands. But I also find in the winter, when it's really, really cold, it can also affect our face quite a lot. I find that if I come out and it's really, really cold, round here on my face, especially my cheeks, I really, really, really feel the cold. So it may actually mean using a slightly thicker moisturizer or an ointment on particular areas of your face if you're about to go out and it's crisp cold, just to keep that in. And another thing that I also have is earmuffs. I find that wearing earmuffs when it's really, really cold, that is really, really, really does help. So those are other things in which you can do in order to prepare for the winter season that is to come. And last but not least, my final tip and advice is, if you are struggling with anything, please speak to your GP, dermatologist or other healthcare professional, where you can get further advice on how to manage your skin and your eczema during the winter months. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again in another video. Take care.